Fantastic Monday and welcome to another strategic session today. Today we'll continue with the series on viable job hunting techniques 4. I'll be looking at the essence of CVs. The essence of CVs. We'll continue where we stop at the essence of CVs. So without wasting time, because there's a lot of grounds we intend to cover today, we'll be looking at, I want to sit at the back end to let you know what recruiters and employers expect or anticipate when they look at your CVs and what they are looking out for. So when they pick up your document to study, even for shortlisting period, what they do usually is to try to see. First of all, I want to let you know that it is because of the inadequacy of the requirements of recruitment that the CV provides. That is why a recruiter will not engage you unless he has an interaction with you, which we call the oral interview. That is where he elicits some of these things I'm going to tell you, but he begins to see the traces from the information you provide. So next time you're providing certain information, have it at the back of your mind that this is what the recruiter employer is looking at for. So we begin now with, the first thing they try to get is your personality. They want to understand your traits, your thought process, how it gets back to your feelings, the actions you take, the kind of results you have, and the lifestyle that you have. Then they look at the stability of the patterns, how it produces a pattern that represents your identity as a person, and the influence it has in your communication with other people, your interpersonal skill. So partly the information is giving them and what they will ask more when they meet you in person. That's why I said that your CV should be in such a manner that somebody who sees it will be intrigued. Curiosity will arise and the person will want to have a meet with you. So that is for your personality. But now, in my own concept as a distinguished salesperson, an accomplished marketer, I want to say that I used to teach my subordinates that personality is the perceived person, because it's not truly who you are, but who you package to people that you are. So we now go to individuality. Individuality is that uniqueness about you that differentiates or distinguishes you from other people. Your uniqueness. Now it's about your beliefs, your values, your ethics, the sum total of the things that differentiates you from other people, especially your experience. When it comes to people's experience, you cannot argue with it because you have not experienced what some other people have experienced. Then you now go over to your background, how your primordial environment, your social or cultural background, reason how it affects the person you become. Now let's run faster. We also look at your vision. They want to understand the trajectory, the path you are onto. They want to look at your intellectual exposure, both professional training and academic training. They want to look at your expertise over time. What capacity have you built? Then they want to look at your experience, because your experience, of course, is going to determine where you have been and what you can handle, what we call hands-on. Then finally, your achievement in terms of the impact that you have made in terms of corporate exposure. So let's go quickly to the other side. So when they are looking at your CV, it provides all this information. These information are meant for evaluation and deduction. I want you to know that it is the information you provide that they are going to evaluate and deduct on. Then you now go to career objectives. Now, career objective is that they are trying to look at where are you focused on? What is your trajectory? That statement, those Turashi or long English you're speaking, what they are looking at is your trajectory, because your own vision must align with the vision of the company, because it's about alignment. Then they are now looking at, like I just said, your intellectual exposure, the strategies you have, the trainings you have, the experiences you have, and what you are bringing on board what you're bringing on board, because you'll be given the opportunity to express yourself while you are improving yourself on the job. And finally, your expertise in terms of what you have mastered over time, because that is where your core value coefficient is in terms of, turning the situation around. Because the job search mentality is that you are the one that is to help them and not them actually helping you. That's where we're going to end it right now until I come your way again. Do have a lovely Monday.